Okay, I believe we're live now. Just gonna make sure all this stuff works, and then we'll be good to go. Just gonna make sure all this stuff works. Yep, audio sounds just fine. Alright, let's get this show on the road. We've got ourselves a fun one today. What's good, Jax? Welcome, my guy. Let's get this show on the road. I didn't realize my thing still had volume. Okay, so started the playoffs of 16 teams. We're now down to 2. The MVP winner, Joe Burrow, and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Jordan Love and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who defeated Alexei Smirnov and the Cardinals in overtime in the NFC Championship. So before we start, the plan at the end of last stream was to show all of the players who have gotten dev increases, but wait, why couldn't we do that? Did the game lag or something? It was probably because the game lagged. I think that was the reason. Yeah, okay. What's good, RMP? What's good, Nick? Guarantee a loss. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so let's see who all went up. I don't think Josh Allen had X Factor. No, he did. Okay. Oh, if I click on them, I'm going to have to start at the beginning. That's going to be annoying. Okay. Anyone else? Deron Payne, I think, might be new. Bengals, Yannick Ngakoue seems kind of new. Bills, I don't think Dante Fowler had it. That one's kind of new. Anything different? Does not appear so. Did Okereke have Superstar? I think he did. Juju stayed? So Juju doesn't even make the Pro Bowl, and then he stays at Superstar. Everyone should have picked the Bucks. I know I picked the Bucks. Corey Littleton might be new. Bucks. The NFC representative in the OFL Bowl. I don't know if any of these are new. Maybe, I think Ed Oliver might be. But other than that, Alexei Smirnov has officially moved up to Superstar X Factor. He was drafted with normal dev, and after year 3, he goes up to X Factor. He went up every year. That's pretty remarkable. We figured it was probably going to happen, but now it is official. I think Burrow had X Factor already, yeah. Scooter stays at Superstar. Mac Wilson, I don't think had X Factor. I think that's new. Good for y'all, smart decisions. Could Octi be adding another X Factor? Hey, maybe. Maybe. Sean Murphy Bunting, I think, is new. Eagles, I don't think any differences there. Sentinels, Montez Sweat might be. Niners didn't deserve to have any because they weren't any good. Sorry, Husker, but it's true. I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow already had it. Devin Bush might. I don't think Devin Bush had it. And Devin Bush did have a really good year, so that would make sense. The Jets. Did Matt Ryan have X Factor this whole time? I don't know. I mean, Matt Ryan's a boomer at this point, but why is your team the very last? Well, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have chosen the Vikings. Lions. Well, they have a lot of superstars. Holy cow. Alright, we'll go a little bit quicker just so we can get to the football game. Bakker's jealous Burrow won MVP. I mean, you really could have gone either way. I think I did vote Burrow first. But they were definitely both spectacular. But taking the RMP team to the LFL Bowl, that probably pushes you over the top. You didn't choose, well, in fact, I guess technically you're right. I technically assigned the Vikings to you. But unless you list randomized, which you might have. I don't know. I think someone did. Maybe it was you. Okay, so I guess I'm wrong. Russell Wilson should have to go down to normal. Earl Thomas is X Factor. I didn't notice that. That's significant. It's okay. We'll lose anyways. You did say random. Okay, so it looks like based on the top screen, the Bucs being on the left of a road team, I guess. Can I confirm that? Yeah, so the Bucs are 1, the Jags are 2. For the final time this year, Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri is selected 2. We will use it if the Jags RMP can pick his jerseys. Okay, before we start, actually, I do want to make a couple small... Why do I get it? Oh. Because I went to user Jacksonville. That's why I got that trophy. I don't know if it showed up on the stream screen for you guys, but... Okay, well, I'm going to make a couple small slider tweaks. The pass coverage, I thought was super high. Huh. Okay. I could have sworn I had it in the 90s. I guess I didn't want it super high. We'll move it up after last game, where it seemed like there was no pass coverage. We'll move pass coverage and pass defense reaction up by 15 for both. I thought it was super high. I think the Jaguar series, I have pass coverage super high for both sides. That's probably why I thought that. Black helmet, blue jersey, blue. Oh, probably bluish teal, I guess, is what you mean. Second year in a row, Evan Engram makes the Pro Bowl. Second year in a row, he doesn't move up. And then black pants. So the alternates, is this what you want? I'm pretty sure this is what the Jaguars are making for their like actual home jerseys now next year. Teal, okay, I assume that's what you meant. Superstars and Superstar X Factors, no shortage of star power on these teams. Christian McCaffrey, Joe Burrow, the MVP, Chase Young, Keenan Allen, Jordan Love, Devin Books, Michael Kendricks, Jerry Jeudy, Terry McLaurin, Isaiah Simmons, C.J. Henderson, Patrick Queen, Ed Oliver, Gilbert Knight, Zediah Washington, and the Auburn legend himself, Cameron Newton. Alrighty, the final game of Season 3. I said it in the server, I think, after the stream on Friday. A team of Florida men is guaranteed to win the OFL Bowl. That's a scary thought. What will random Florida man do after his team wins, and other random Florida man do after his team loses the OFL Bowl? Because Florida has some interesting characters. We'll leave it at that. You'll be absolutely shocked if you... I mean, I could see... I mean, if you guys are going to make the OFL Bowl, if Madden's going to let you, I could see you winning. And I do think the Jags are slightly the better team. But I could also see the Bucs winning. I mean, they did just beat Arizona. Their offense looked unstoppable. I think we're going to see a lot of points today. Both of these defenses are a little bit shaky. And the Cardinals' defense is pretty good, and Tampa Bay completely torched them. Come on, RP, do it for the cursed coaches. Well, RP wouldn't be as cursed. I mean, he'd still be somewhat cursed if the Jags win, but I guess he wouldn't be on that bottom tier anymore. Something vulgar I can't say. Fun. So it looks like the Bucs will start on offense. Here comes Jordan Love, who had an extraordinary NFC Championship performance. Nearly won MVP last year. Was not in the running this year, but his numbers were quite good. Kickoff return for a touchdown. It was... Ooh, wasn't one of the prop bets the Bucs start at the ball? I'm pretty sure I said no. So we're off to a flying start. Oh, I said yes. Okay, cool. Christian McCaffrey on the first play of the game with a good start for Tampa Bay. McCaffrey was very good. He's actually been very good the entire playoffs. He's been a machine for Tampa Bay. Yeah, this is at Minnesota Stadium. Didn't they just have it at Minnesota Stadium like a few years ago? I'm pretty sure the year the Eagles beat the Patriots, that was in Minnesota, because the Vikings almost made it, and they were going to be the first home team to play in their stadium during the Super Bowl. Guys, enjoy the sight of RP watching his game. Also, by the way, remember for the championship, there is no simming, so if the Bucs are up by 50, we will not simulate. No one even plays there. Okay, all the Bucs have to do is just run the ball. This might get called back on a holding, but if not, McCaffrey has sent Tampa Bay inside the 5. And it's holding. I had a feel. What other flag would it be? On Justin Thurston. So now it's 1st and 19. That could have been very bad for Jacksonville, but I mean, we know Jordan Love is very dangerous. He was, oh my goodness, the Jags defense does not look good so far. Christian McCaffrey looks very impressive. All the Bucs might have to do today is run the ball, and they'll be fine. Second and 3. It's actually a pass. That's caught by the Bucs for 11. No one even plays at US Bank Stadium. What do you mean? Did they change the name of the stadium? Oh, no, the Vikings moved to Toronto. I'm stupid. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. They should have it in Toronto where it's probably snowing. He just says cover. Well, your defense is covering better than your run defense. That doesn't say much. I mean, you guys haven't covered well or defended the run well. That I thought was going to be intercepted, but instead it is a touchdown for Will Fuller. Only 3 minutes into the game, but the Bucs offense looks like they might be in for a repeat of what they did last week. I thought for sure that was intercepted. I mean, the defensive back played the ball almost perfectly. What's good, Hobie? Welcome. You guys are looking pretty good so far. The offense moved down the field very quickly with pretty much no issues and are on the board. As good as Arizona's offense is, they had trouble keeping up with Tampa Bay last week. Jacksonville's offense is about as good. They also have an MVP caliber quarterback. The Jags don't have the same run game that Arizona does. I mean, Alexander Madison's not bad in this league, but he's not Kamara. So here is the MVP winner, Joe Burrow, voted on by the coaches and players, barely beating out Alexei Smirnov, only by a couple votes. Doesn't EA hate both of these coaches? Yes, which is surprising that EA had both of them make the LFL Bowl. EA has to pick somebody to win. So it's just a matter of which coach does EA hate less. Number 25, Alexander Madison, the ball carrier. Burrow throwing 15 picks in this game. I mean, Tampa Bay has some ball hawks. I don't know about 15. Alexander Madison, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. What was that? Was the throw off, or did Keenan Allen miss the route? I think that was probably the throw, because it did look like Keenan Allen was going to cut inside. So I think that was a bad throw by Big Joe. Good punt, though. I don't know who the Jags punter is, but that was a booming kick to the 16. So far, so good through the first half of the first quarter on both sides of the ball for the Bucs. I mean, Jacksonville's technically the favorite here. The Jags won 5 more games of a regular season. But based on how Tampa Bay's play in the playoffs, they're not huge underdogs. I mean, I picked the Bucs to win. It seemed like, according to that poll we had, it was fairly even on who people thought. So, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised to see that the Jags look this bad so far. Doesn't matter. I'm expecting a 2-minute drive from the Bucs. Jordan Love completely missed that throw. I don't know what he was trying to do there. How come EA lets these two hated coaches, but not you? Because you started Ben Roseman at quarterback in a playoff game, that's why. There's a big sack for Devin Bush, who had an outstanding season. Defensive Player of the Year finalist. I think he got like 3rd or 4th. One of the prop bets is the first sack is by a Tampa Bay linebacker. Well, it was by a linebacker, but not a Tampa Bay linebacker. Look, man, you've been doing Similes for 4 years. This is the first time you've made a official bowl. Well, that's pretty impressive. Now it's just a matter if you can actually take it home. 3rd and 18, guaranteed first. Well, RMP spoke a little bit too soon. So both defenses get 3 and outs after the Bucs scored a touchdown. I don't think we're going to get a ton of 3 and outs today, to be totally honest, from either side. Nearly a water punt. Had the punter put some backspin on it. From the man, the myth, the legend, Mitch Wishnowski. This makes me sad. You could have been so much better. Well, I mean, you guys pushed the Bucs to overtime. That game was a blowout at halftime, and you came back and nearly won it. Tyler Croft is hurt. Oof. When I won the FGFL Bowl last year, Tyler Croft was a beast on that team for whatever reason. So that is actually a bigger loss than one might think. I know he's not even the Jaguars' starting tight end, but just pointing that out there, Tyler Croft is good in Sim League championship games. The Tampa Bay McCaffreys are in this game. Well, hey, don't disrespect Jordan Love like that. But, I mean, Christian McCaffrey's been insane throughout the entire playoffs. If the Bucs do win this game and Christian McCaffrey keeps at his level of play, he'll definitely be the playoff MVP. Not that that's like an official award, but he would definitely be the playoff MVP. What's good, Boomy? Welcome. Wow, at first down. First down for the Jags today. It took 7 minutes. There's another first down. Alexander Madison with a spin move. Now the Jaguars are starting to figure it out, it seems like. It was only a matter of time until the offense started clicking. But the question is, can they stop Christian McCaffrey? Can they stop Jordan Love? Can they stop Terry McLaurin? There's Jerry Jeudy. No Justin Jefferson yet. Jefferson played really well in both playoff games for the Jags, but he hasn't done a whole lot today. We're actually moving the ball. Incoming turnover. First quarter in the books. Tampa Bay up 7-0. Pretty good game so far. The Jags are moving it down the field fairly nicely. They have it at the 37. You love RMP's pessimism. Well, with EA and EA's history of screwing RMP, I really don't blame them. Kenneth Murray is now hurt. They did not show a cutscene, so that probably means he's fine. I think usually when they don't show a cutscene like that, it usually is pretty much the equivalent of like them showing the player on the sideline. So Kenneth Murray's probably going to be good. There's Justin Jefferson. He finally does something. You'd think in Minnesota, Justin Jefferson would play really well, considering he played really well the first 2 playoff games. We should do 15-minute. I've thought about that in the past, but I feel like that wouldn't really be fair. Because all the games, I feel like it needs to be consistent with all the other games. That would be fun, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it needs to be more consistent with all of the games that we have played. But that wouldn't be a terrible idea for the future. This turnover will be very painful, unless Burrow throws an interception on the goal line. Probably not going to happen. Burrow on 1st and goal, finds a wide open Keenan Allen, and we are tied at 7. So the Jaguars offense marches down the field and scores. So both teams through 2 drives have a touchdown and a 3 and out. Remember, these 2 teams in the fantasy draft drafted essentially rookies. Yeah, it's true, yeah. I mean, outside of picking Christian McCaffrey in the first round, all of Hobie's picks were rookies. Jordan Love, Kenneth Murray, Patrick Queen, C.J. Henderson. And then RMP literally drafted all rookies, at least early on. Chase Young, obviously Burrow, Isaiah Simmons, Jeudy, Jefferson. I think he is Jeff Gladney, yeah. Quarters in general should be up to 10. That's also something I thought about. That one I think would be a little bit more fair. So that is something we could consider for the future. Maybe possibly next season, if everyone wants it. Another nice run from McCaffrey. Yeah, I don't know if the Jaguars are going to stop this man. Like, literally. They need Joe Burrow to be on their A game, or else, I don't know. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, as good as he was in the first 3 playoff games, he looks even better today. Move Chase Young. So I don't do depth chart changes in game because I can only use her 1 team. I can't like switch. If the game let me switch to the Bucs, I don't know why that's not an option where you can switch teams in game. But if that was an option, I would allow for depth chart changes. But since the Bucs can't really make any changes, I wouldn't want the other team to. But yeah, this Jags interior defensive line, I will agree, has looked not good. And Aaron Jones learned from see. Aaron Jones was good the second half of the year. He wasn't good in the first half, but I mean, he was one of the main reasons why you somehow won the division. Don't even know why they're passing. Well, Jordan Love's doing well too. I mean, they don't need to pass. CMC is too good. Yeah, he is a machine right now, getting into the 15. So the Bucs win. I mean, we know who's going to win OFL Bowl MVP. It's going to be McCaffrey. If the Jags win, you'd think it would be Burrow, but I can't remember the last time we've had an OFL Bowl where the quarterbacks won MVP. I genuinely do not remember a time where the quarterback won MVP. Maybe Lamar Jackson won it once. Jackson has like a bunch of OFL championships. He won one with the Rams in 19. He won a bunch with us last year. Figured out how you would coach the Bucs next game. Try to play better defense, I guess. That's probably the game plan. What's good, Crockett? Welcome. Jordan Love is pretty good at this quarterback thing in the OFL, and knowing the Packers probably in real life. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, Jordan Love is a beast in that and sim. Him going to like the 4th round was maybe the biggest steal of the fantasy draft. I don't remember if it was exactly the 4th round. It was in that range. But Jordan Love is so good in this game, and I don't know why. But, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers make him good. I mean, for the past 30 years, they've pretty much only had Hall of Fame QBs. So, knowing our luck, I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan Love is too. Love gets it to, I believe, Cole Kmet. The Bucs answer right back. They score a touchdown with how much longer in the half? 2:02. I thought it was a little bit more than that. 46 defense, just take McCaffrey out of it. Well, that's a tall task. Miles Jack was a 9th round pick. Jeez. Miles Jack's another guy who always does super well in Madden Sim. He always goes up in Dev every year until he goes up to X Factor. But if you can figure out who Madden likes and take them in the fantasy draft, you're probably getting a steal. Guys like Jordan Love and Miles Jack. I don't know why Madden likes players over others. I mean, I guess that's the case with all sports games. I mean, MLB The Show, I mean, Franmil Reyes hits like Barry Bonds half the time. Jordan Alvarez literally is Barry Bonds. Well, at least Jordan Alvarez has super high potential. So, I mean, it somewhat makes sense, but not really Reyes. 2-minute warning in the first half. If the Jags can score a touchdown, that'd be a really big deal because they do start with the ball in the second half. So if you're Tampa Bay and you stop them to a field goal or nothing, that would be a big success for the Bucs. If I'm Jacksonville, I'm thinking touchdown, and that's not going to help. Joe Burrow is sacked for a loss of 5. I don't know who that was with the sack, but it looks like a linebacker. What is his I mean, is Franmil Reyes like Barry Bonds in real life? The answer is no. Are they just going to run the ball here? Come on, it's the championship. You can't be running the ball on 3rd down. I don't care that it's the safe call. Herman Marquez and Sean Mania. Herman Marquez is a beast in MLB The Show. That's a good one. Mania, I feel like, is a little bit more inconsistent in MLB The Show sim, but I've noticed he does have some really good years. But Marquez is a machine. You're definitely right about that one. I will say, the only people who've been able to stop McCaffrey today are Jacksonville's punt team. The defense has it, but the punt coverage has. Franmil is a Barry Bonds clone, no cap. Joe Burrow won't be able to win if the Bucs keep it up. I mean, you're not wrong. Not to Burrow's fault. I mean, he can't stop Christian McCaffrey because he doesn't play defense. And even when the Bucs have to throw it here, I mean, Jordan Love is really good. And the Bucs have plenty of good receivers. Terry McLaurin, I don't think has caught a pass yet, though. He's been quiet. He's been really good in all the playoff games, too, but not today. Oh, fitting that I say that. Now he catches a pass. The announcer jinx is a real thing. Oh, that's his second catch. Okay. Still, he hasn't done a whole lot other than that play. Jordan Love of a strike to Will Fuller. Okay, now I think if the Jags make it a one-score game before halftime or keep it that way, then maybe that should be their new goal. Because, yeah, if they're down by 2 possessions, that'd be fairly rough. Did anyone expect going into the playoffs for a team like the Bucs to completely wipe down on the 2 MVP favorites? I shouldn't say they've been wiping down the Jags so far, but I mean, I guess they have been wiping down the Jags defense. Why is there 9 seconds left? What is this clock management? At least they did call a timeout there. Are they just going to take the points? No. They should take the points! Make it a 2-score game. I don't agree with this call. I mean, I get it. I wouldn't have done it, though. Love gets it to Fuller. He is in. So the gutsy call works. I thought he was going to be stopped. I thought that call was a mistake, but clearly it worked. Drew Love with 3 touchdowns in the first half. I think Will Fuller is 2 of them. Your game went to OT, and you guys were down by 17 at halftime. The Jags are only down by 14. To be fair, we did sim part of that game. And I think that might have helped the Cardinals, and since we can't sim this game, that's not good news for the Jags, but usually when a team is out of timeouts in that situation, they would kick a field goal, so I was really surprised to see the Bucs go for it. And I probably wouldn't have, to be honest. If the Bucs were up by 3, then maybe I would have. Like, say it was 10-7, a field goal would still keep it as a 1-score game. A field goal in this scenario would have had it a 2-score lead. See, kids, this is why hockey is not a... Hey, sometimes I'm right, and sometimes I'm wrong. That time I was wrong. Wow, the Jags' offense does not have a lot of yards. I would have thought they would have a little bit more. Huh. Well, on to the second half. Can the Bucs keep this lead and win the OFL Bowl? Hobie's first reign, potentially robbing RMP of his first. I don't think either of these teams have ever been in, like, an OFL Bowl before, like, even in the past. So, history, folks. Wasn't Jordan Love on the Rams last year when they made the last OFL Bowl when the NFC was super weird and they lost to New England in OFL 20? I'm pretty sure Jordan Love was on that team. I don't think Jordan Love was all that good, but pretty sure Jordan Love has been in one. Burrow last year was on the Vikings. They were never any good, but pretty sure Jordan Love has played an OFL Bowl before, technically. Joe Burrow's only thrown 7 passes. You see, kids, that's a problem. When the MVP throws that amount of passes in the first half and the other team is controlling time of possession, you can't really expect to win. 3rd and 3, risky throw, but it is caught for a first down. Your computer was disgusted with the Jaguars so far that it decided to click out of the site.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, I mean, let's say hypothetically the Bucs hold on and they win by multiple possessions. At least EA didn't totally give RMP the middle finger by having them lose in the worst way possible. I mean, I guess this is a slower defeat, which is also fairly depressing, but at least they didn't lose on, like, a Hail Mary, like that one time the Thunderbirds lost on a Hail Mary against the Cardinals last year. Who is the #1 pick? I think it's a 4-way tie between, like, San Fran, Indy, Pittsburgh, and I want to say the Eagles? I think the Niners have it? I think the Niners have the first pick, but I could be wrong. So close to 6-9. Joe Burrow was almost there, but he had to complete an extra pass. Yours just came down to a coin toss. Yeah, pretty much. You guys, had you won the toss, you probably would have scored, but the Bucs were smart. Tails never fails.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I had just forgotten about it. Well, now you remember. I don't know what Burrow was doing there. Burrow has not been as aggressive today as he was in the first couple of games in the playoffs with the not as many deep passes. I feel like Burrow needs to take some more shots. That's not a shot. That's a check down. Planning to get a new quarterback, not Dak. That would probably be smart because it seems like the whole Dak debacle, the Dak Herbert trade, seems like a gigantic whiff for both teams. Because Herbert was a lot worse in San Francisco too. I mean, hence why the Niners have the #1 pick. Or have a tie for the first pick. I think they have it. But that trade was just a complete mess for both sides. The QB carousel will continue in Baltimore. How many different quarterbacks have the Ravens started here? Like 10? And Oliver with the sack. There hasn't been a pick six or a defensive touchdown yet. Once there's a defensive touchdown, that player's going to win Super Bowl MVP if this team wins because that's just how this game works. But if there aren't any defensive touchdowns, then maybe it'll actually go to a quarterback. You could argue it should go to McCaffrey, but Jordan Love does have 3 touchdowns. Don't know how to fix your defense. They're good. But, I mean, your defense usually plays good. I mean, I guess not this year. But in the past, they usually do. But every defense in watched games was worse this year. 3rd and goal, another sack, this time by Gilbert Knight. 4th and goal at the 15. I think they're going to kick the field goal. But you're down by 14 with 10 minutes to go. I would not blame them if they went for it. They're not. It's not a surprise. But I would not have blamed them if they chose to go for it. So a very long drive. I think this is the first possession of the second half. It lasted like 6 minutes. And the Jags only score a field goal. They do score, but it is still a 2-possession game. You know, had the Bucs kicked the field goal at the end of the first half, it would have been a 1-score game. And I would have kicked the field goal there, so I would, yeah, my decision to kick would have been real dumb. Don't want to spoil much, but Wentz is out. New quarterback will be in. Someone please free Eddie Small from the Raiders. I want to see Eddie Small get a real shot, because he's a beast. He deserves an actual shot. If we didn't have Chip, I would do bad things to get Eddie Small on my team. My God, indeed, RMP. You guys are not looking a whole lot better. Lambeau has an asterisk. Josh Lambeau started a game at quarterback. He doesn't deserve an asterisk. He did it. Brady Haskins, Josh Allen, Lambeau, Herbert, Drew Lock, Prescott, and Rodgers. That's a very interesting group of players. Good head Keith, though. 3rd and 9, wide open. I don't know what that coverage was. Incoming pick 6. If the Jags get a pick 6 and win the game, whoever gets the pick 6 is winning OFL Bowl MVP. I know this game all too well. But if the Bucs hold on, we might actually see a quarterback win it. That's got to be a first. Patrick Mahomes, Ben Roseman, J.T. Barrett, Keaton Hallitane. That's also a very interesting group of names. I think we've only had 2, right? Oh, no, I started Trace McSorley week 17. Okay, so I guess we've started 3 guys. 3rd quarter in the books. Tampa Bay is 1 quarter away of winning the OFL Bowl. The Buccaneers appear to be in control. This game's not quite done. But Tampa Bay does look like they're in the driver's seat. 3rd and 4. Looks like the Jags are to get the stop. Ooh, maybe not. No, they do. Nice tackle by Devin Bush. 48 completely missed it. I think that's Zendiah Washington. Looks like you're trading everything for some people who know how to cover, tackle, and stop the run. That would be wise. The experiment failed miserably with Adam. Who's Adam? I'm in confusion. RP, Darius Slay. I mean, yeah, Nick wants to trade Darius Slay. That would make sense. If Jags, one of their lone weaknesses, I would say, is the corners. So here comes Joe Burrow, who hasn't made a ton of mistakes today, but he also has not looked like an MVP yet. Keyword is yet. We'll see if he changes that. There's a good start to Njoku. If the Jags don't score on this drive, I can't see them winning. A field goal is technically fine because it is an 8-point game. Obviously, I think they would prefer a touchdown, but... Wow, a positive play. Thought he was trying to throw it to Keenan Allen there, but instead Njoku fighting for yards. It looked like he got 9. Stop with the checkdowns. That's probably a smart idea. I don't know why Burrow's not throwing a single deep ball all day. He had a bunch of great plays deep in the first 2 playoff games. That's why the Jags won. It's not like and I think those plays were without those deep balls. I don't know if Jacksonville does not beat Miami without those deep passes, and they probably don't beat the Jets either. I mean, it's not like the Jags blew out anybody like the Bucs did. The Bucs blew out London. I still cannot believe the Bulldogs beat the Caps. Oh, look at Jerry Jeudy! Why did he go so fast? I mean, Judy's fast, but he's not that fast. He just completely zoomed by everybody. Okay. This game is not quite over. Jeudy goes zerp. Just broke the tackle and then boom. I don't think I've ever seen him go that fast. And now the Jags are going to go for 2, trying to make it a 3-point game. And it's a strip sack. Who picks it up? The Bucs do. And they're going to get a 2-point conversion, I think. So instead of a 3-point game, it is now a 7-point game. It looked like that was, it said Patrick Queen. It is Patrick Queen. Wow, okay. So that changes things fairly significantly. It looks like David Njoku was open too. Burrow just did not get rid of it. It could be a field goal deficit right now. But instead it's a 7-point game again. It is still a 1-score game. The Jags have that going for them, but that was not ideal. So now a field goal probably wins the game for the Bucs, whereas had Jacksonville kicked the extra point or not done that, a field goal would not be that good for the Bucs. But now all Tampa Bay has to do is score. Of course, this is the way I lose. Wow, what a catch. Why did 26 not try to play the ball at all? He could have had that interception. Guess who has school Thursday for 2 days? You, perhaps? First down under 4 minutes to go. Why would this not be the way I lose? Yeah. Yeah. As I proceed to immediately drop my controller. And I dropped it again. Okay, there we go. Cover the check down. That would be wise. Doesn't seem like the Jags want to be wise, but... Rage voice message. First down. How did he not intercept that? Devin Bush had like 3 or 4 picks this year. That was right in his hands. Wow. Rage voice message coming later. Oh dear. What if Jacksonville wins? I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but I suppose it's possible. A stop on this play would certainly help contribute to that. 3rd and 3, maybe the biggest play of the game. The Jaguars need a stop or else they are in trouble. Jordan Love, short throw for Kmet. They got it. And Tampa Bay is in field goal range now. Two-minute warning. The Bucs are in the driver's seat. This game's not quite over. But the Jaguars also don't look particularly good at the moment. This game be over. I wouldn't say it's over quite yet. But a first down might pretty much ice it here. Second and 6. McCaffrey does not get... So this is literally it. If the Bucs get this 3rd down, it's done. Because Jacksonville would be out of timeouts. This is it. 3rd and 2 for the OFL Bowl. Can the Jags get a stop? McCaffrey gets the handoff. He gets the first. Yeah, I think that'll do it. The Jags call their final timeout, so the Bucs are just going to need the clock out, right? I mean, they'd be dumb not to. Yeah, so that'll do it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will kneel out the clock. And the Cinderella season will end with an OFL Bowl championship. The Bucs dethroned both Alexei Smirnov and Joe Burrow in order to get here. As the OFL... Why are they running the ball again? Imagine if they had fumbled it there. That would have been funny. Come on, that would have been funny. You could have traded for B-Wags and he would have forced a fumble, maybe. Oh, okay, they're going to need it again. Why did they run the ball on that play? That doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't matter. You were closer to winning versus the Bucs. That's technically true. Watch him just kick a field goal just to put salt in the wounds. Okay, they won't. The clock hits triple zeros. And that will do it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won OFL Bowl 12. Yeah, we're in 12. Who is the OFL Bowl MVP? They're actually not going to give it to a defensive player this time. I think it's got to be Jordan Love. You could make an argument for McCaffrey, but Jordan Love is the one who won the Buccaneers this game. 3 passing touchdowns, very efficient from the start, and I think Jordan Love has officially cemented himself as a Tier 1 quarterback in this league, and I don't think he's up for extension this offseason, but if he is, whether it's this offseason or next, he is going to get a dump truck filled with cash. Like, actually, at this defense. Yeah, I think it's more so the defense who lost this game than the offense. Jacksonville's offense wasn't terrible today. It wasn't great. But I suppose they could have played worse as well. That play should have been intercepted. That was a bad missed opportunity by the Jags. And then I think the fumble on the 2-point conversion sort of almost iced it. Indeed, Jordan Love is the OFL Bowl MVP. I think that's the right call. I think he deserves it. Rarely do you see quarterbacks winning Super Bowl MVP in this game, / OFL Bowl MVP, but they do this time. Why is there confetti, so much confetti outside of the stadium? Some poor human is going to have to clean that up. Jordan Love, Christian McCaffrey, Terry McLaurin, and Patrick Queen on the podium with Coach Hobart. And after going 9-7 after squeaking into the playoffs, Tampa Bay almost missed. I mean, I know they got the 3 seed, but Carolina in their same division, who also finished 9-7, did not make the playoffs. So Tampa Bay almost missed out. They beat the Snowhawks, they killed the Bulldogs, and then they beat the 2 best quarterbacks in the league, Alexei Smirnov and Joe Burrow, in order to win the game. Jordan Love was outstanding. Joe Burrow wasn't bad. Wow, his passer rating was really high. I don't think they played... I think Jordan Love was noticeably better than Burrow, even though the passer rating says otherwise. Christian McCaffrey, again, was very good, 133 yards. Will Fuller was the top receiver. McLaurin was a little bit quieter today. And then both teams had a few sacks. Oliver, Sasser, Knight, Bush, and of course the goal line sack by Patrick Queen. Not surprised at all, just disappointed. Yeah, I wouldn't really be surprised if I was you either. So normally in the OFL Bowl stream, I would show retirements and regressions, but I'm not going to do that today because I want to auto all the XP for the teams who did not do their XP yet, and I also want to auto the re-signings for CPU teams. And I think if I do that, I think if I auto it once we're on the re-sign phase, I don't think the CPU teams are going to re-sign their players. So I want to do that in the Super Bowl stage. I can show who needs contract extensions for every team. Hold on. If you want to see who needs a new contract on your team, type Pineapple Pizza in the chat, just so I know. It won't exactly show re-signings. It won't show how much money everybody wants. But I'll have a re-signing video either up tonight or early tomorrow. Probably tonight. I guess while I wait for Pineapple Pizzas, we can see who needs a new contract from me. Okay, well this isn't fully right, because I know Myles Garrett's under contract. Right? He's under contract next year. He was my first-round pick. I don't think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with the contract thing, because Myles Garrett was a first-round pick. He'd be a free agent after Next year, no? Huh. Yeah, I don't think this many of my players need contract extensions. That feels like an awfully lot. So I guess I can't show it? That's annoying. Well, I apologize. I don't think the game is going to let me show it. So I guess we're going to end the stream now. The re-signing video will be up tonight, and I'll give you guys plenty of times to do them, probably until like Friday or Saturday, so you'll have enough time to be able to get those in. After re-signings, if trades are allowed to go public, I can show the picks now. If you guys want to like negotiate with picks. I don't think it changed, because I remember seeing the players who needed re-signings for me early in the year, and I don't think Myles Garrett was in there. The Jags should have picks 31 in every round. Keep that in mind, not 32. And then the Bucs will be switched as well. But yeah, I'm going to have the re-signing video up probably tonight. I'll have the separate video with all of the players regressing and the retirements as well. Since normally I would... Wow, the Rams have a metric ton of picks. We don't want you to see auto stuff. We want you to show re-signings. Well, I wouldn't show me autoing it. That's the whole point. The point is I'm going to auto it off camera because you guys don't want to see that. I wish the game allowed it where I can turn the re-signings on auto during the re-signing phase and they actually do it, but I don't think they will. And that wouldn't be fair to the CPU teams. Although I'd rather see the user team succeed, I feel like that would be exploiting the system a little bit. Who do we start with? We started with the Jaguars. Okay, so we'll go up to the Jags. I forgot the Bengals have 2 Memphis picks from the Dawson Nance trade. Bucs will have picks 32 in every round, not 31. Look at all those 2024 picks the Caps have. Oh, wait, there's none. I don't think we've seen pick 1 yet, so I guess the Niners haven't. Colts have 4. What did the Steelers have? Steelers have 2. Okay. Can I still... I would show it, but I think it's the contracts thing isn't right. I would show you guys, but I don't think it'll let me. Yeah, the Niners do have 1. But I'll have the re-signing video out tonight, so you guys will be able to... Oh, we already showed the Jags. So you guys will be able to see all of your free agents today, and I'll give you plenty of time to get them in. So I guess that will end the stream. Season 3 in the books. I guess I won't be streaming OFL until the draft, which probably won't be for a couple weeks. But we will be going through the offseason. Re-signings will be starting either today or tomorrow morning. I'm probably going to do that later today. So yeah, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, OFL Bowl champions after going 9-7 and squeaking into the playoffs. But well-deserved. Tampa Bay was outstanding in the playoffs. They were the better team in all 4 of their wins. They had the only sim of the playoffs, and they beat the 2 best teams. They beat the 2 best quarterbacks. So hats off to them. They absolutely earned it. And Hobie now is a ring. So, yeah. Peace out.